Welcome to the good ride after dark. Put the kids to bed, draw a bath with a wifey, and join us for a drink.
We're here to talk about the Snowblunt. To give you a quick summary, this is another fun ASIM twin, and the asymmetry, actually, unlike the ASIM fish, makes the ride feel very symmetrical. And it's just a good mountain freestyle ride that I think a lot of people could have fun with. We rode it with Union Stratas here and Adidas Tactical ADVs. It's got a unique top sheet, and you can get two different types of top sheets. You can get like this like furniture kind of style wood, you know, where you have to maintain it really well, or you can get just a regular old, you know, glass top sheet. And then you can see it's got kind of a, you know, like a medium stiff flex between the feet. And with that little bit of rocker makes the flex on snow feel a little bit more medium soft. I had a blast buttering on this thing.
Buttering was great. It felt just natural and at home, just leaning over the nose and the tail. It wasn't too springy or too forgiving where you feel like you could just tip over or wash out, or that too strong a flex where you can't get over that thing and you're really struggling to tip it over. Right in that just right category.
You know, as far as the camber profile goes, you can probably guess with a, you know, like with a mellow micro camber, almost flat to rocker, it's got a very consistent personality. We see this a lot with like flat to rocker and hybrid camber boards. You have this consistent personality through all conditions, you know? So you go from soft snow, board feels the same. Then you get to hard snow, it still has that same feel underfoot. It's 1 foots and flat bases the same way and tracks well. And the edge hold I thought was good. We got this late season and we didn't really get the opportunity to really let really test this as much as we'd like to. With the amount of boards we had and the time we had and the conditions, it's just sucking up there right now. But from what we could tell, the edge hold is very good, very competent. It's not some crazy kind of side cut thing going on here, but it definitely holds well. Turn initiation, felt it like medium fast to fast, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty gunny, pretty quick. Real quick edge to edge. And the turning experience and carving, it just didn't have quite as much spring out of the turn, but still very competent carver. And I thought I had a lot of fun just really laying into a rail and then throwing it around switch and then trying to poorly switch carve and then throw it back around. And, you know, and what'd you think, Jimbo?
I thought it was really fun. Just tooling around, going back and forth, going quick edge to edge, popping a little 180, coming in and riding switch right on the other edges, from the toe right to heel. Yeah, pretty fun. Not like a sports car, but a little bit under a sports car, I think.
It had good speed. I felt like I could give this a lot. You know, it just doesn't have that clown shoe effect when you get going. This base is really nice, keeps its speed really well.
Sintered base here.
Yeah, really easy to repair. And uneven terrain, this thing can hammer through a crowded resort day. And it's got this really kind of cool, damp, but not dead personality to it, where, you know, if you just want to hammer over some chunder, you can do that. But if you want to weave in out of the bumps, you can do that too, because of the turn initiation is really good. So I like that aspect of this board. And switch riding, it was just practically perfect.
Yeah,
pretty much perfect. I felt more competent riding switch on this than I did even a true twin. And that just probably because it just makes your weak side, your switch, well, Jimbo, you're not weak either side, but I am. And I'm weak on the switch side, and I could feel the, I could feel the board turning easier for me, and it was less challenging that way. Powder, we had none. But all I can say is with just a mellow camber and a good bit of early rise, you know, even though the nose and tail isn't super wide, it just seems like there's a lot going on here that lends towards good float. Let's address the park here. Not really a board I'd want to jib with. You could, but I feel like it's more on the jumps and pipe side, and it's got the dampness, and it's got that narrow waist for, especially for my size 9 boots, to really like easily ride the pipe walls. And if the conditions improve, and if I have some free time before the mountain closes, this would be a board I'd like to take out with like the Nitro Fury and the Prototype 2, and see how it rides wall to wall, you know. But you know, as far as pop, I didn't feel like it had a massive amount of spring, but it had more spring than I thought for being, you know what I mean? Like not much camber, kind of a lot of wood in the top sheet and everything like that. Sometimes that can make the board feel dead. And this wasn't dead at all. It wasn't a plank like their name. So that was good. And
I don't know if you want to like take a knife and write like Jim loves Amy in this. I don't know if you want to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. But there you have it.
Amy, call me.